should get the job.
We keep doing the same mistake.
I'm super excited for this one, boys. Without further ado, it is over to Dinko and Moses.
So the Astralis last chance run to Copenhagen begins now. Up against 9 Pandas, a matchup that Astralis should be taking. But the results have not been so pretty coming into this. But we have to talk about 9 Pandas' run here, Jason. I mean, look at the teams they've beaten to get into the last chance qualifiers. Saw, they lost to Koi, they beat 3D Max, they lost to Amcal. So it's not like 9 Pandas have been on a bit of a tear.
No, it's not pretty at all for 9 Pandas, and I think that's probably the biggest reason why you look at Astralis and you're like, you better win this game.
You better do it.
You better win this game, and I think the map pool for them, I think, is going to be. I think they're going to be very happy with it. Even this nuke pick, it's going to be map 2. 9 Pandas doesn't have any kind of crazy record on it whatsoever. So here's the pistol run, exec through Monster.
Dilladez with the Julies. Oh, it's not pretty. Stown able to come around the corner, flashed and still gets the kill. Advantage picked up for Astralis, second kill in for Stown, and Monster has fallen. Astralis looking good in this pistol round is seized. Steps back out of connector. Good kill on Device as iDisbalance makes his rotation down from A to Heaven. But Astralis into the post plant, 4 players still up. Just a moment before we see Astralis take the first round here.
Yeah, this is basically an impossible pistol round to lose at this point. No kit either. Seas is going to come out on top. Some good shooting from iDisbalance. I mean, that's iDisbalance coming out from on top, but still, no kit, no time, and Seas falls over towards short, and now there's simply no way to progress into the bomb site. Pistol round to Astralis.
And we've seen many a team go into the last chance qualifier since its edition at the RMRs on the way to Paris last year. The 2 teams in particular last season was obviously FaZe Clan and Cloud9, who made their gauntlet run to try and make it to the major. And we've seen the idea of Carrigan coming into the last chance qualifier was to bring so much more energy than was present in the early stages of the RMR. Because when you come in as a team that is Astralis-esque or for FaZe Clan, you're going to be very confident that you're going to get through the major qualifier. And then when you don't, you maybe feel deflated. So you have to bring in the energy after most round wins. And that was the philosophy of FaZe Clan that got them through that last chance qualifier. And it's good to hear Astralis celebrate the pistol like that.
Yeah, I think this Astralis team is someone who's going to have to, I think they're going to need to win some rounds to build up to that point where they can provide that energy. I think that a lot of the conversation on the desk, I agree with, of, you know, this is a team that has some confidence issues, that doesn't have full belief in themselves. You know, on some level, it's kind of like, it's almost a little bit sad through the original RMR stage that they played. I think that's a completely different trajectory for Astralis if they end up winning that game against Spirit.
One round difference.
I think the fact that they lost that after playing such a good game as well had to have just been so deflating.
And again, they go up against the 2 teams that have beef with them, right? They go up against Heroic and they find Ents again. And those are the 2 teams that knocked them out of Katowice. So Astralis, back-to-back tournaments, having a tough time.
Device better be careful. He's wandering here. His team knows it's going to be a stack at the A bomb site. Oh, he's dinked up. He's going to go down. Does get 1. And he's been a big talking point as well. He's been pretty vocal on social media, not perhaps enjoying himself as much as you'd like to see.
Not having fun.
One of the top 20 players last year, and obviously struggling in this RMR and needs to figure it out. And needs to figure it out right now. Good kills from Stare, who's been wonderful for Astralis, but this is a big loss of weaponry.
Yep, AK, thank you very much for that. USPs, trying to run away. Yabby's on the chase, he's on the prowl. You might be able to get rid of them, and they know that letting 9 Pandas save these rifles is not a good idea, but losing everything for Astralis would be devastating here. But at this point, sunk cost, you just got to go for it. Mac-10 coming around through the long bathrooms. Should be cleared here by Stown. Lines 1 up. AK goes down, and Mac-10 trying to get it. Should be a nice little upgrade right at the end there.
Good finds to make sure that there's no weapons saved, but I don't think that was worth it in any way for Astralis. Losing 4 players in a round win against just unarmored USPs. I think 9 Pandas is going to be super happy about how that turned out. First gun round coming in hot. They'll be upgrading into M4s. Astralis is going to have to rebuy, and an awkward economic situation for both teams moving forward if they are to lose.
This is definitely time to strike for Astralis' gun round, and for 9 Pandas, they've got the op out early for iDisbalance. Device is taken down to Galil.
No armor on iDisbalance, so he's got to be really careful about how he positions it. Nades are going to be painful. Galil headshot is going to be painful. Dilladez and Kallax to handle Monster. You've got Seas at the B bomb site in support. The op is out towards long at the moment with Glowing handling the banana position on defense for 9 Pandas.
Overpass, the pick of Astralis. Nuke next. This gun round just getting going. Stown playing towards Party. Yabby will fall first, so 9 Pandas have the player advantage off the Ripper.
Assuming it looks like he walked through that smoke on the mini-map. I thought they might have blown it open, but kind of a solo investigative play from Yabby, and Astralis is going to rotate right back towards that B-bomb. So they say, okay, you got this kill, you cleared it out, you probably feel no more pressure because we're not applying any, so let's come right back to it. And it's a decent call. There is a window of opportunity. Seized is going to be up in heaven.
Yeah, not the best round so far from Astralis. 4v5 down, not really making a lot of headway towards this B-bomb site.
They're second guessing as well.
Yeah, you can see the lack of confidence at the moment, and they're going to start getting some of these kills back at this point. 25 seconds to go for Astralis. Are they going to go for a last-ditch effort to the A-bomb site? This could be a disaster. Glowing's waiting for them. Ice balances the op at the dice box, and Astralis getting absolutely nowhere. Oh, this round is not pretty to watch.
No,
not pretty to watch at all.
Even if they get that kill, look at the time on the clock. There's nothing. Device has to back away, but he's going to get shot in the face. The op rings out, and Stare backs off. There's been a couple of criticisms, and pretty fair criticisms, I think, of Astralis in this run, and part of the reason why we haven't seen a stronger Astralis with this lineup. Obviously, the statistical drop-off from Stown and Yabby after their time in Heroic to this Astralis roster still feels like it got comfortable within this system, and then the kind of brainchild of that system being Blame F and his in-game leadership, and whether that can truly be effective. And I think those two things combined are making things very, very difficult for Astralis.
Yeah, I think it's a fair criticism, absolutely. When you have the skill of Device and you have Yabby and Stown coming in, still not looking solid at all. You have to question some of the reasons as to why you're not getting the best out of these players.
Well, now we have Astralis in that weird place where they force spot, but it's not pretty. 2 rifles, AK and Galil, and 3 Deagles picked up around it, and they've got no utility, so everything's just contact. Glowing spots it out, early smoke put down, good find. Right through the wall, they had him trapped. And Stown finds the opener.
Stare boosted up, missed shot from Idis Balance, but he's got information. At least 2 players still committed towards bathrooms, and Astralis have the player advantage and all the time to work with, so they're going to back away, slink on down through the connector, and reposition to the B-bomb site.
Well, the question is, can they actually hit this convincingly? Again, there's no utility, so they can't set up and execute. Everything's got to be kind of quiet contact, and go for a cheeky boost. See if they can just pick one player off with a little bit of cheese. No one is going to be exposed to this danger. Because of the rotation to the A-bomb site, they come back in and they're passive, but now noise cue's made. Yeah. Diladez knows what's coming.
Goes into panic mode, sends down the smoke for some extra cover, and his teammate Idis Balance makes the rotate down to take them out inside of the site. Diladez with a double. Taken out by Yabby eventually with that Deagle, and Astralis look to try and plant the bomb. Problem is, Device and Yabby don't have the premium weapons in hand, and Device goes back with the Deagle, dishes out damage towards CT, and a headshot towards Connector. Device is lucky to still be standing, but his teammate Yabby not so fortunate. And Device now tries to separate them into 1v1 fights. Information would have been passed on that Idis Balance is low on health now. And Device is looking for that body shot. But good discipline from Idis Balance. Letting his teammate in Clax make his way through short, making this round more difficult for Device. Body shot, lands 1 bullet left, has to go for the reload. And Device knows that tap on the defuse, doesn't see the player sticking it, and Device just running back around the corner. Deagle will not do it. Back to the defuse for Clax. Limited time, so close, right at the end, and the bomb will go off. Device will clutch it.
Nice clutch from Device as well. Tough situation to be in, and he plays the time. Use the bomb as a teammate just perfectly. Forces Clax to spend precious seconds hunting him down behind the bomb site. Really nice work with some movement, some repositioning. And Device comes up with a big play early on in the map, so it's 3-1 off Device's Deagle and 1v2.
He needed that one, Astralis. You mentioned the awkward force spot. It doesn't look too pretty for either team at this moment going into round 5. It is an investment again for 9 Pandas. SMGs across the board, couple of rifles sprinkled in. Same for Astralis. Awkward start here into Overpass, but whoever wins this round can at least get a little more comfortable. It's going to be somewhat contact here for Astralis. Monster Diladez with a flash play. They're blind, they line up. And Diladez and Clax combine together to stop Astralis from finding success through Monster. Early second flash. double dip is successful, and this B play for Astralis is destroyed.
And I think this is a call. I mean, obviously it looks silly now, but you're trying to kind of bust through Monster. Good counter flashes from 9 Pandas, but I think it's a call born out of the fact that Astralis doesn't have any great weapons. Or they have a couple, but right, there's 2 MAC-10s on the board. You want to do something a little bit shocking. You want to get those in positions to kind of overrun a bomb site and move up quickly. And I think BlameF just felt like he couldn't open up the playbook with so many diminished weapons.
Now BlameF in a position to not do too much. 40 seconds. He'll set outside that monster smoke. He's not going anywhere here. If he walks through the tunnel, Klax has the perfect angle to spot him early on, and then BlameF will fall. So 2 rounds for 9 Pandas. The B play ends. And Astralis, once again, given a round where they don't have too much money to play with.
And remember what Maniac said on the desk as well, talking about the CT side of Astralis and Overpass and how strong it is. That's the side I think we'll really see the strength of Astralis if you go by that statement. And for this T side, it's can you put enough rounds on the board to make things doable? And at the moment, sitting at 3, not bad. Obviously, some of the ways they've been handicapped. Again, they're going for a force buy here. Tech 9s, 1 Deagle on Stair. They haven't really had too many pretty buys in this second half. But it all comes down, to be fair, the mistakes made in round 2 after winning the pistol. They lost 4 players to unarmored USP, and they have not been able to establish their economy ever since then. We're going to try it one more time. Massive number of bodies through Monster, 4 of them to be exact. Device with utility. Here it comes.
They really want to establish the fact that they can break through Monster, but again, great utility from 9 Pandas.
That's the 2 flashbangs Astralis had, so now it's all got to be done dry in contact.
And it doesn't feel too likely that that is going to be successful for Astralis. So they'll pause, they'll wait for a mistake. 9 Pandas unlikely to give anything up. We look at this last chance qualifier in the lens of recovery for Astralis, trying to make their hometown major. But for 9 Pandas, they've been following the storyline of Seized, looking to make his first major since Boston in 2018. He was tweeting today about the fact that he has one more chance to do it. I think they realized, you could see on their faces after they lost in the regular group of the RMR, that they probably missed out on their best chance.
Sure. Well, they lost that game to Amcal, right? And Amcal's not exactly world beaters, so I think you're exactly right. That's kind of an admission on Pandas where you're like, well, that is probably going to be the best team that we could have asked to play for a qualification. Little bit of pressure on this A bomb site. We'll see if Astralis want to keep pushing it or turn back, and they are going to commit.
Yeah, Glowing sees a couple players out to the right side. BlameF overruns the back of the dice box, and somehow with contact, they have found themselves into the bomb site with the bomb down now. Seized, big kill to collect on Device. 2v4 set up. The Tech 9 not getting enough done inside of the bomb site itself, so it's just BlameF alone in this clutch. Time ticking on that plant. BlameF peaks to his death. And that will be Astralis losing the round, but collecting a bomb plant at least.
Close though, and I mean, you could see Astralis, I feel like they had no other options than to be hyper-aggressive after that bomb plant towards Bank, towards the headshot angle, just because they have Tech 9s and no utility. They wanted to get close up and try and take one of those guns away. It just kind of gets stalled out. Stuck in this middle ground of where they're not aggressive enough and not passive enough finding position to play in the post plant. Tied at 3.
Good job from 9 Pandas to stay competitive early doors. You know, there is a world in which we come into today expecting Astralis to have the capability of running away with this one. But the reality of the situation is this isn't the Astralis we want it to be. And 9 Pandas risen up to the occasion so far. Holding his Astralis players back. BlameF coming through the back of Fountain. Spotting anything too aggressive. The most aggressive play from the CTs is inside of Connector. Glowing heavily committed here with the MP9. Runs down the stairway, sees one going short. Diladez handles Yabi. Advantage collected here for 9 Pandas. Shouldn't really go the other direction. 9 Pandas are searching for that lead.
You have to say this is such a good half in terms of keeping dangerous guns out of the hands of Astralis.
Yeah.
I feel like they've had just crap buys. Ever since round 2.
Yeah, they've barely had any of the premium weapons to work with. I can't remember a full round if everybody's had an AK.
Yeah, and that goes, I mean, everyone, obviously, since the switch to MR12, economy's been such a huge conversation point and how to fix it and how awkward it can be, and I think we're seeing some of the results of that right now.
Ooh,
Glowing's got a big job to do.
Yeah, he loses half of his health, steps up at the truck, though, and recovers what could have been an absolute mess. Device has the weapon of choice in hand. 40 seconds left, plenty of players now bombarding him with utility, and a big shot from Glowing straight through the cranium, so Device unable to get that miracle clutch. But yeah, it comes back to that USP round, obviously. They give up way too many kills to the USPs that led to weekend buy in the follow-up round for Astralis that 9 Pandas were able to pick up, and from that point it's been absolute chaos when it comes to the money. So Astralis looking to try and sort that out, so a timeout taken.
You touched on C's in the last major he played being at Boston. It's crazy to think. I mean, some of the new generation of Counter-Strike viewers probably don't even really know the name whatsoever. He's played in 12 majors. The early stage of his career and the early stages of CSGO, C's was a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this would be a huge accomplishment, especially when you look down the line of his teammates. None of them have ever been to a major. None of them have even gotten close to a major.
Crazy to think about, you know, C's having to take a step back. The last time he was at a major, bro, he was playing with Blade, you know, and the coach of Navi, Wayland, are names that we remember from the past, but haven't seen in a very long time. And now in 2024, he looks to make a run again, and he's in the last chance qualifier. Ahead, actually, of Astralis at the moment, 4-3. Finally, AKs on every player for Astralis. This is the real test now for 9 Pandas. Glowing gets aggressive towards Fountain, looking to be disruptive. He'll play out towards Party. Yabby in short water.
Aggressive op. 9 Pandas have shut down any play towards the B bomb site Astralis have tried to make, so now they stack up aggressively towards Fountain and Party. Op on Idis balance.
Oh, it should be getting this one. Oh, leg shot on Stown. Stair goes down in connector. AK's looking to chase back Glowing, but it's still looking so good for 9 Pandas. All of the early kills, all of the early advantages going the way of the Pandas, and now Device has to bring it all back because Yabby dies on the other side of the map, and there's a minute to do this for Device.
This is crazy. What a setup. Well done from 9 Pandas. That aggressive stance, and Astralis can't bust it up. They lose every initial engagement. Device never going to expect Dilladez, so this is going to be a freebie, and it's 5-3.
I'm not seeing anything confident from Astralis right now. It looks like they can't make a decision at this point. They're just losing those early fights. Obviously, goes against you completely, and there's no chance of a position to be in the mid round to actually compete for the round.
None of these are traded either at the moment. Like, none of these have a second player nearby to even kind of address the situation. It's Astralis' default is getting absolutely wrecked. And the hard part is kind of their pocket openings that they've done to try and bust through Monster a couple times have been shut down as well. And we're back to Deagles. That was Astralis' best buy since round 2.
And it just went so badly.
And they get one kill, and it was never even in question.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little worried about this start for Astralis. 9 Pandas look honed in at the moment. Mentioned the strength of the CT side for Astralis. Will they have to do enough on this first half for that to become a factor? You want a few more at least here for Astralis. But great work from 9 Pandas. Minus balance. Ooh, it's definitely risky though to keep re-picking the off like that so widely, but Stown gets away with it. Now a minute left, they'll group up into the bathrooms.
Yeah, he's moved the op back.
I think one of the most competitive rounds recently for Astralis is a round like this, right? Where they had Deagles and they pressured that A bomb site.
This one I don't think is going to get anywhere close. There's so much counter utility. Smoke is going to stall things out. There's 45 seconds left. They might have to go through that, or might feel like they have to go through that, and Glowing with the M4 is going to be right behind it. Smoke blown open. There's a little bit of spray down through it. Blame F falls. And still Yabby hasn't made the move. Still Astralis hasn't made the move. There it is. Stair finds Glowing. And up next is Seized, and he's going to spray down 3. Beautiful job controlling the AK. And it's all on Device.
Yeah, great work from Seized. He goes out again, and Seized can get the final kill. But his work shouldn't be enough to close this one out. And Idis balance will send the bullet straight through. So 6-3. As predicted, they do not get the bomb down. They don't even get close to it. Seized just mows them down. Good spray control.
That seems to be the theme. Astralis not even getting close to taking over a bomb site, really. Outside of a 4 Tech-9s and a Deagle round where they planted at the A bomb site, 9 Pandas has shut them down so far away with their initial aggression.
Yeah, they've introduced a new tool to the play, though, and Astralis have the op for Device. And when you look at their T side, quite often Device will get in position at bathrooms early and punish peaks from Dicebox, punish peaks in Connector. We'll see if that can turn the tides of this T side for Astralis. C starts in con. Diladez down low, straight away. That spam, I believe, from Device straight through the wall. And now Stair getting confident, getting aggressive. He's going to be traded out 1 for 1.
Okay, what does C's do from here? He now controls the middle of the map, and he probably feels relatively safe as well with that smoke down at the moment, and he's going to stay parked in the stairs. Over towards Monster, Yabby finds an opening kill. Almost traded off by Diladez, but him and Blame F were content with the 1 kill. So they're going to back away, and now C's activates out into short.
Doesn't feel comfortable staying in con. But short is a strong position to control for the meantime.
It's so much information as well. He could actually, you know, at any point, he can call for Diladez to just rotate over to the A bomb site. They're probably comfortable at the moment with the op having some deep angles, 50 seconds on the clock. But if iDisbalance spots anything, C's is in such a good position to allow a cheat on the rotation.
iDisbalance more advanced in his spot now with the op. Blame F about to walk around the corner. Shadow given away. Device goes down. And iDisbalance with the advanced spot on the op pulls this one back to a 3v3. 30 seconds remain. Astralis have to get close to a bomb plant now. They have to get this kill. And iDisbalance steps up again. Stown unleashes himself from long. There's a fight in the bathrooms going down, and it's so important that Yabby picked that up because he had the bomb on his back. And now look at Seized. Once in short, now on the flank. And he is so quick to peek here. He won't be able to deny the plant immediately, but oh, should be getting this kill. Not so clean, but recovers it eventually. And now 1v1 that Stown has to win, and he absolutely will.
Big round for Stown. Double kill, but give props over to Yabby, picking up the op with low HP and having to hit a no-scope over in bathrooms to even make that work. It seemed like Steez was eventually going to shut it down, but couldn't find the timing coming behind them. Good job from iDisbalance, but Astralis finally crack into this bomb site.
I mean, look at the situation it comes down to as well. It's a very losable 1v1 that not comfortable at all for Astralis. So a second time not coming through.
They're going to drop down to a MAC-10 on Blame F.
So the problem with this event is, you know, you look at Astralis, and you realize that this is probably their main goal of the year. To get through the major, of course, but not only that, it's the Copenhagen Major. And Astralis, obviously, one of the most famous organizations in Denmark. And when you look at Astralis, they like to apply pressure to achieve these things. And they don't exactly have the players on the team that deal well with pressure. I mean, that's probably the biggest criticism of Yabby and Stown coming into the team. You know, we look at the results of Heroic last year. They made it to a lot of finals, a lot of deep runs in the playoffs. But when the games matter most, you'd often see Stown disappear as the star and Yabby not have the greatest performances. And that's definitely been the criticism here in the RMRs too.
Well, I think the counter-argument is that is like you've basically put together a Danish super team. Like those issues shouldn't be there. You have all the best players you could ask for. In Denmark, what a shot from Yabby. Now he's stepping up. He's not fading away so far. Traded off. Difficult to find that second fight. Nobody committed to it. And Nades rein in on his position.
Yeah, the rest of his teammates have to get the job done now. It's a double stack at long. Sees plays at the tree, glowing close rock, and they come around the corner. Oh, Playmat sprints into it. C steps up with one and goes in for a second. Astralis fall apart. They break apart. And there's so much time still left in this round, but it's a 2v4 for 9 Pandas.
That's so lazy of Astralis. That round is so lazy watching them just kind of casually jump around corners, sprinting the whole way to the corner, letting the defense know you're coming, letting them set up. And Device, oh, that's a odd missed shot.
Oh.
A missed shot you don't expect to see out of Device, having known there was another player still at long. So Stairs left on 24 HP, and he's not even going to get away. No breathing room, and 9 Pandas have 7.
Yes, Astralis fortunate to have limped through to 4 rounds here. This T side has not been pretty to watch. Haven't been in control at all throughout this half. There's an opportunity here to grab 5, but the most likely scenario now is 8-4 for 9 Pandas. Good to see what they do on the T side. A tactical timeout, the first use for 9 Pandas, looking to secure this extra round at the end of the half.
Not a bad call whatsoever, especially considering it's their first time out used. And they're probably talking things over, trying to read the money situation. You can see Coach getting involved, finger pointing He's doing the Paula point.
Yes, doing the Paula point. We missed it. Paula will return at some point, I'm sure, down the line. The timeout for 9 Pandas looking to secure 8, and it's got to be a good feeling to come into today. You look at Astralis, you know this isn't the team that you should fear just in this event, but you also have the respect of knowing how much skill is on the other side of the server. It's probably a great feeling to be now challenging for an 8-4 half, to have a 4-round lead going into the second on their map pick. And look at the bar that Astralis has been able to muster together here. It's Galil's, MAC-10s, and a single AK.
It's always so ugly, isn't it? They've really wrecked their economy early with that second round chase. Here we go, coming through the smoke.
Yeah, BlameF gets towards short.
Remember, these B hits have not really worked. These timings to attack into the B bomb site have been shut down time and time again. Usually they come through Monster, now coming by sandbags.
BlameF sprinting past the initial fire, but it's Yabi that has fallen at short. So Astralis not really too committed to the bomb site just yet, and they're losing members left, right, and center. Just Device left. And he gets 1 on the grenade, but 4 more players to collect. Astralis do not enough going into that B bomb site attack. Yet again, unsuccessful. Device spots-eyed his balance towards heaven. Will he clear barrels? Klax keeps his head covered. Device slips through smoke. He's isolating these fights quite well at the moment, Device. He gets a little closer to Seized. Here's the water steps from Glowing. Now that cover of the smoke is gone for Device, but he's got the bomb on his back once again, so he sees the chance to maybe get out of here.
He's allowing time for a rotation to occur. He wants them to think he's going up the stairs. Actually, he himself hasn't really decided quite yet what he wants to do.
They're getting aggressive.
He's going to get away just in time. Just at the right moment, he disappears up the stairs. However, now 9 Pandas know what's up.
Yeah, they don't see him. They don't see him around short, so they've got to be aware of this A play. And Device knows there's limited time to get there. So he's going around long to try and minimize sound made on the steps.
It's such a long route. Look how much time this gives Panda to rotate.
Now too. Yeah, they're going to be getting into position at the bathrooms. As soon as Device gets to the bomb site, Seas might be there before he even crosses. And that's exactly what has happened. Device has to just jump across Dice. He doesn't know where it's safe to plant, and he's going to plant on the opposite side of Dice and die to the hand of Seized. 8-4 half for 9 Pandas. The opening half of Astralis' map pick does not look pretty.
I think the part of the problem is, like, I mean, look, it's always a difficulty of actually playing inside the server. But every time Astralis tried to hit that B bomb site with the timing, whether it was through Monster, whether it was through short, they did it at like such an early timing that there's still all the utility available for the defense. So you have those defensive smokes, you have the pop flashes towards Monster. They never kind of spread out and fell into it. And that's such a hard thing to make work when you call it 3-4 times and a half, constantly going against full kits of nades, smokes, Molotovs. I think Astralis is going to be very disappointed looking back on that T side and how it all played out.
Yeah, T side did not look pretty at all. We talked about the strengths of their CT side though, but it's got to be mighty from Astralis to pull this one back. And they're hoping for the first step to be taken in the pistol.
You would never say this looking down the rosters, just reading the names, but it feels like 9 Pandas out-skilling and out-shooting Astralis at the moment as well.
Definitely so. Double Julies. Yabi and BlameF have them with Kevlar. Stout was the lovely donor. He's got Flash into this round. Good connector setup. This trap looks deadly. So Device can take initial contact to try and set up those Julies, and then you have the door hit, but instant shot from Klax. Door swings open, sets up BlameF to come mowing down, and they've got the bomb inside of connectors, so perfect call from Astralis.
Such is the strength of that trap that you can lose Device to 1 bullet right at the get-go and still destroy the round, still demolish it. So good luck, Seas. No armor, Julie's in position. BlameF bides his time and waits until he can see everything. And iDisbalance is left in a 1v4 with the bomb drop, so both pistols going to go to Astralis, but they're still going to be back by 3.
iDisbalance is just waiting around, waiting for someone from Astralis to make a mistake, walk into him, but I think they realize at this point, no mistakes can be made. We've got the bomb safely inside of connector, let's just all sit around it. iDisbalance has to eventually walk to them if he wants a bomb plant out of this, and he will die. So Astralis win the pistol.
And he will die.
He definitely will.
Get stuck in,
right
baby.
now.
Get that P250. Oop, little tag. Now he sees the dualies. He wants none of that.
Yep.
It's the pistol round where you know you can't win.
But you still want to give it a
You gotta
good
give
go.
it the old college try.
Send the P250 in. Use your utility. Might as well. You bought it, and you use it, and you're dead. So 5 rounds for Astralis. You don't see the bomb plant, of course, so no solid force buy in this follow-up round. Likely to just see the eco.
Well, if the story of Astralis is going to be that this team has no confidence and no real momentum at this event, and just have not looked like they're on the same page whatsoever, let's see if they can dig deep in this second half and make the comeback happen. CT side's supposed to be their strong side. You have a really good setup on this map. You've picked it as well. Let's see what they've got to make this comeback happen. Second round should be nice and easy. No armor picked up for 9 Pandas, no plants, so no rifles.
Yeah, you would imagine this is going to be a very comfortable round for Astralis. Yabby, MP9. Oh, not the first step you want to be taking. Yabby down first. Device equal out those numbers inside of connector. BlameF watching for it. Oh, they line up beautifully for BlameF. 2 Glocks now left alone. And Astralis will be up to 6. So they've dragged this one back. 2 rounds separate them at this point. I want to see Astralis make sure they build money on the CT side early because they threw that out the window in the first half.
Well, don't lose Device. He's got low HP. Off angle behind the rock. Ooh, can't connect it. It's just a shot with the Glock. So BlameF slides up. Gonna make sure he's got the timing, and if they cross long, which hasn't happened, and 9 Pandas, one more kill would be magnificent in this round.
Possibility now picking up that MP9, right? Rapid to kill. Could make it happen. Seized. Using up all the time on the clock.
All right, Dylan, go down first. I'm going to pay you.
Exactly. It's the better move.
Yeah, no, it is the smart move. It is the smart play. Timing. Stair finds it out a little bit early and just sprays down with the M4 swings. He had Stound coming downstairs as well, so no danger. And Astralis get away with it. Only 2 players go down. And next round is going to be a buy for 9 Pandas. AK's on the board.
So this is the first step of the real comeback for Astralis, or utter collapse. Good to see what 9 Pandas T side looks like. I mean, in this event so far, we've seen a lot of Overpass picked by some of the weaker teams in the RMR. And I think the problem is their T sides have been very much lacking. I think we've seen that for a lot of teams. Amcal, NIP. There's a lot of teams that struggled on the T side of Overpass, and Astralis have a great opportunity now to build back into this. So it's Galil's on 2 for the side of 9 Pandas, 3 AK-47s. Clack's trying to get this early short fight going. Yabby, oh, blinded, it's awkward. He's having a real tough time on this map, Yabby.
His timing on that push is just not strong. He's kind of trying to wrap around and move in towards short right as the Molotov fades, and that's exactly when the flashbang is coming in. 9 Pandas are like, okay, the Molotov's gone, flash now. And Yabby's been in the open 2 rounds back-to-back and just gets deleted. 5 kills for Yabby in the map, and Stair misses an opportunity on the swing. Tough shot to hit. Gonna smoke things off and just play it defensively.
Oh, he's very fortunate that Molotov will not spread to him. And he's realized, okay, I got a little bit of a chance here to get back to safety. I'm gonna take it, run back into the B bomb site. And now worried about Monster.
But a 5-on-4 in the first gun round. And you're leaving Stair at the B bomb site alone for this moment, and he's got no utility.
Yeah, it's not pretty, is it? It's fortunate for Astralis that the bomb is currently looking like it's going towards this A side, but there's always a chance to go back down connector. Device had a look towards long, realizes he doesn't want to get involved in that fight, and his teammate's making an aggressive maneuver straight through middle, just 1 for 1 though. BlameF spotted, has to stay alive, and now with the amount of plays that they've seen towards the A-bomb site, they realize there can only be 1 player on B, and Stair's rotated off. He started rotating back up to the A-bomb site, and needs to sprint down into B to get here in time, and Stair spots them coming through short. Good damage, he lines them up. And builds the stairway back into the round, but it's Stiladez fighting with 10 seconds left, finally brought down by BlameF. It was panic for Astralis, but Device will celebrate the fact that Stair got back in time.
He can only just crack a smile because that round had to have been so chaotic. He spots one out towards long, they spot plenty trying to come up Banana on the peak, and then Stair's got to hustle. And good on Stair because he's been the massive impact player for Astralis throughout this tournament. He's been their most consistent performer. And he lines up a triple kill here to save the day. Astralis 1 round away from tying things up.
Nine Pandas down to Deegs. opportunity now for Astralis to try and stabilize the economy. If they lose too many members here, it's still a problem going into the next gun round. So
yeah, they have to be really cautious. Let's not have any pushes in towards short. I think Yabi is like, it doesn't work twice. I'm not going back to it this time. Smart decision. Play to keep yourself alive in this round. Nine Pandas are getting that message as well.
yeah,
No deep peaks whatsoever, no deep presence. Defensive smoke deployed.
allows you to creep up a little closer here if you're 9 Pandas. Actually, the goal here would be to inflict some damage, but also get a bomb plant. Doesn't look like that can happen, but a mistake inside of the bathrooms could perhaps unlock it. I think Device and BlameF have realized, damn, we've taken probably way too much damage here. Device is down to 28 health. BlameF could have fallen on his swing out. So they adapt, they take their second opportunity in the round to stay alive here. As Down's gone down, remember, Device is also low. BlameF has to clean up. He's run out of ammo in his primary weapon and goes swinging with the dual Berettas. Device has to step up from the back of Dice. It's 1 on C's, rotation coming up. Device is so low, 1 health. Very lucky to still be standing, but that rotation from Yabi should be enough to secure this, but the damage being done again. We said about stabilizing, we talked about the fact that you need to keep most players alive, but Astralis lose 3 players.
Yeah, that's painful. That set up 9 Pandas nicely if they can win this next gun round to just demolish the economy and get back on top in that sense. There's money for the AWP, which 9 Pandas haven't had to go against yet. BlameF had 6,400. I think Device is at 5,900. I think BlameF likely to drop one over. They'll exchange rifles. And let's see what kind of impact that can have. And look, I mean, this defense has won every single round in the second half, but it's not pretty. It doesn't feel solid. It doesn't feel confident. It doesn't feel dominant.
Yeah, a problem for Astralis is they don't really have a proper coach to go to at the moment either in these timeouts. So
That's
waiting
another
for
one,
Rugged
yeah.
to come in. Currently, they've got Ronick. I mean, he's not really going to be the coach. You look to 23 years old, you look at the teams he's being a part of, it's Astralis talent. And
it's more of
Astralis.
someone who probably knows the system and knows what kind of plays they want to run, who can come up with a couple ideas. But those timeouts, I would imagine BlameF and Device are going to be the more vocal guys in those
Yeah, you don't have
pauses in the
someone
action.
with experience to look to behind you.
He'll have suggestions, he'll have some ideas. Utility out, the op is in the hands of Device.
So they're looking to nade away that boost. Fortunately for Astralis, no one playing that. Clax getting through short. Yappy not aggressive this time, so Clax is given the position. It's a luxury for 9 Pandas to kind of assert dominance in this area early on, because a big part of the map to control for the T's.
Sam just used a Molotov very, very early. Misread the progress of the attack. He's hoping to molly people out of the corner. Opportunity wasn't there. Very passive from 9 Pandas to begin. They're going to let this utility get spent and fade away. Another defensive smoke deployed before 9 Pandas is applying any pressure. That'll fade around the 40-second mark.
Nine Pandas going through Monster. The setup designed to break this apart is stare at the barrels. Yabi beside him inside of the pit, but the flashes come up and Clax just absolutely annihilates Stare. So it's Yabi who must step up, and he absolutely won't. Bomb plant goes down for 9 Pandas. 3v5, and because of the damage sustained in the last round, they don't have the option to go for the retake.
That sort of aggressiveness is what Astralis was really kind of lacking. And look at the difference when 9 Pandas wait this round out towards what, the 30-second mark when they pull off that monster hit. Astralis trying that at like the 1-minute mark, and you had 2 players playing aggressively with pop flashes, with the smoke and monster. Clax is so aggressive, he beats the defensive smoke at the B bomb site. That's something Astralis was never, they weren't even able to get to that point. Weapon's going to be saved. AWP is still in the hands of Device, but again, the money situation, not pretty. Set up nicely in the last round of 3 kills. Another buy's going to come in for Astralis, but they're going to scrape some guns together on these last 2 players, FAMAS, MP9s, and still that AWP hasn't been able to have impact quite yet.
Yeah, we're not seeing that big CT side, the blue wall we were expecting to be erected. Klax just crushes there. Yabby's having a rough old time. Klax just runs in and claps them.
And freedom. So much freedom to get there.
True.
He's not harassed by any flashbangs. He's not like half blind when he's running up, maybe forcing him to miss a shot. There's no nades in his path. Just a very passive defense with 2 players, and they get beat.
Yeah, Device's AWP is out in force, looking for that opening fight in middle. But great utility to just kind of neutralize him instantly. Device couldn't do much with a flash in his face. Klax is confident, and he should be 15 and 7. Clearing short. They've got so much control already. If you're 9 Pandas, you're loving this. Oh, just a free kill.
Good find. Yeah, he was posted there. Remember, they've punished Yabby pushing aggressively in short twice, so he's kind of been forced away from it. Mentally doesn't want to take the battle that he's been beat on a couple of times early in this half. And I disbalance with an AWP posted up at sandbags at like 1 minute and 15 seconds has all the time in the world to wait for someone to wander into his crosshair. And now, that opens up so much of the map. 9 Pandas can challenge elsewhere. There's 48 seconds for them to work. That's a shot I expect Device to hit 10 out of 10 times.
You've seen too many of those throughout this tournament of Device missing shots that usually would be sitters for him.
And Astralis is forced due to not knowing what's happening on the map, seeing presence out towards long. They have to like gamble stack towards the... This isn't going to work. Yabby's going to come back, and they've already called the save. 9 Pandas have an easy 10th round. They're up at double digits.
Outplaying, outworking Astralis at the moment. 9 Pandas see double figures first. And Astralis are forced to save to give this one last big try. But there's no signs pointing towards success at the moment.
They need to start denying some of this control for 9 Pandas. They need to actually start working up the courage to slow this down, to harass it, to do some damage, find some early kills.
They tried to play for the opener through mid, but Device was cancelled out. They didn't go for any short aggression, and then when they do, it's a peek into an AWP, just waiting for them. Everyone from 9 Pandas is showing up today. Everybody's hitting their mark. Everybody's fragging out. And you know, you started the second half by mentioning it's strange when you look at the names on the server, but 9 Pandas are outmatching Astralis on firepower. And that is an absolute fact.
Outmatching them in terms of firepower. They've had the economic advantage through the entire first half, and they're kind of on the verge of getting it. And then, yeah, tactically outplaying Astralis. This T side is looking much more well-drilled, much better at moving around the map.
It seems like 9 Pandas are playing with more confidence than Astralis, so
yeah.
Very cool to see from 9 Pandas' perspective. Astralis start with 4 players at the B bomb side. They'll send Device out for a solo pick middle, and now they're taking some control of short. They deny free access for 9 Pandas, but 9 Pandas this time are sending the majority of their forces up through playground, out towards long. And Device isn't going to detect that.
No one's home. Flashbang to turn the corner.
They could scale so fast up long here, and Device is not really in a position to stop that from happening.
No, but he knows the timing. He's going to start backing away. He realizes they can come in towards front bathrooms. So good map control for 9 Pandas early on in this round. 1 minute and 10 seconds still on the clock.
Has been a rotate up to help Device. It's in the form of Blamef. Usually this A setup is unbreakable.
This is a tough angle though for Device. There's 3 choke points he's got to worry about.
He has to be very lucky here that he only come from one side. Glowing. The shadow could betray him here. He walks into Device. Shot lands with the AWP. Device sticks around. In fact, he goes for a double dip. Seized is close by. Missed shot from Device, and he's down. Now Blamef must step up. It's only 1 kill from Blamef, so they line up for Stown. And now a 1v2 for I Disbalance setup off the back of that. Already Astralis have a third rotated player up towards Truck. It's Yabi that's got the free headshot. Astralis needed that one.
Yeah, they desperately did. They desperately did. Blame F and Device do just enough. They had a third player there just at the right moment to be able to hold on to the bomb site in the follow-up. And then obviously Yabi arrives in time as well to ensure the round, to be the insurance policy. Not pretty, not as strong as we'd like to see, but Astralis get it done. Oh, look at this.
Double Mac 10s.
Yeah, but Dilladas and Glowing have 5,000 and 4,700, and they've dropped to the Mac 10s. This you imagine is going to be fast-paced. It's going to be an uppercut towards this B bomb site, but it's a four-man start here for Astralis.
Yeah.
Should be able to handle it.
They've got the numbers, but will they be able to handle it is the question. Glowing clearing out the barrels down. Very fortunate to still be standing. Yabi making sure he stops his B push, and they all line up. This round comes to a crashing halt for 9 Pandas. Astralis going to tie things up. It was an interesting call for 9 Pandas. They nearly break through. You know, if that kill goes against down, maybe there's an opening that.
Look at the difference, though. This time, I mean, they still scale up very, very quickly because Astralis send 2 players towards short. But this time, there's that flashbang from Blame F. That Mac 10 gets that kill on Toxic Barrels if that flashbang isn't there. He just lost track of the head at the last second. I don't even mind the call. It's a little bit crazy, but I don't mind an attempt at an uppercut. You have plenty of money to play with, and a third timeout used from 9 Pandas. It's bold, but that's a back-breaking call. If that one works, game's over.
It doesn't work out, though, so Astralis survive. They'll take this 30 seconds to chill out and refocus to try and get the job done here on their map pick. So like you said, lots of money for 9 Pandas. They were able to throw caution to the wind in the previous round. Can't exactly do the same here because money is now at the breaking point. But they've got AKs on every player bar Idis Balance who has an AWP.
Look at Clax's opening duels. 7-1, 0 lost.
Incredible from Clax. Device once again going for the mid-peak and not finding anything. Idis Balance attempts his shot on Stown, and oh my god, shot lands, but Stown stays up. That would have been a devastating blow to kick off round 21.
Yeah, pretty decent damage in return, though, with that grenade. Stown's going to have a very tough round ahead of him with only 14 HP. Got to be very careful about his positioning, about when he chooses to move. Double flash towards Banana to activate Device. He sees absolutely nothing anywhere. 9 Pandas playing this still very passively to open up these rounds. Nade should do a decent amount of damage, and indeed it will.
That's perfect. Max damage nade, 40 at health. Dilladas, not a fan of that one. Grenade goes into stair. Another big grenade, this time from 9 Pandas.
We landed nades in this round.
It's dodgeball. Doing a great job of dodging them. 45 seconds remain in this round for 9 Pandas to work something. Device has been often spotted towards bathrooms. This time, he's got the AWP out long. Passive at long though, so he can adjust his scope very quickly to deal with the bathrooms threat to assist Blame F. In fact, he can support Blame F with utility, and now he goes out for the peek, but Device misses it, and he takes some damage off the top. Once again, only 1 from Blame F. That's not going to be enough just yet to feel super comfortable. You need Device to step up. One shot, but straight through the dice box. He's nailed by Dilladas. Limited time though for 9 Pandas. 13 seconds. Stown has found a dangerous spot, and that rifle chips away. 8 seconds. Bomb goes to the site. Big headshot to eliminate Stown, and he was the last player alive for Astralis. 11 rounds stepping up here for 9 Pandas. They're into the lead in the late game.
It feels like this aggressive stance from Blame F and Device isn't really panning out, and Blame F has actually played that spot a couple of times now, and he's always pretty much gone 1 for 1.
Yeah, he's never been able to get a multi-kill.
Really good trading. And obviously, Stown at the end, it's a very cool play. He needed his teammate to survive. When he's the only one left, there's no other options for him. There's nowhere to go after you're in that corner. And Astralis have to call their final timeout because they must buy here.
And look at the money. Look at the situation over there for Astralis. They don't have a lot of cash to go around. There's not going to be a super pretty buy here.
They've at least got the AWP. Not that it's been super impactful in this game. Yeah, Device hasn't really been able to influence the map the way he normally does. They're unafraid to come right at him. And C's going to be calm and composed, chasing after his first major in 6 years.
The last chance qualifier.
He's gotten second place twice at 2 majors, at Cluj-Napoca in 2015, at Columbus in 2016. Looking to return and chase after a trophy finally.
They'd stack. Oh, it's perfect to call it this time. Stown and Yabby receive the brunt of the damage. Their health is lowered. Blimf forced out of his position in connector. Klax goes down to the spam, though. That's a massive kill to find for Stown.
Yeah, that's the first open engagement Klax has lost.
He didn't even see his opponent.
Yeah, calling it engagement is maybe a bit much. All right, Yabby.
Oh, glowing. What a peek down. Sees Stown aggressive. Short eradicates him. Minute 10 seconds left. Astralis' opening kill is now equaled out. They're drained of utility. Smoke and an HE grenade left for Astralis with a 4 minute left. Device blinded, forced off the angle, so there's no kill there for Device. Yabby gets aggressive towards short, realizing they don't have the utility to delay, so they need early information at least.
It's a good position. You can see him looking at the wall. He hears these footsteps. It's a really good position to gather information. So they're able to pull a third player. That's Stare, who just arrives at the B bomb site. And Yabby's just saying, watch Monster. I have short. They can't come here unless I'm dead.
So it's all about this monster hold for Astralis. Will they be able to drag us through to 11-11? Blimf, this time, not even one. Stare has to step up again. Damage done to Glowing, eliminated by Stare, and the bomb now commits into the fight. Diladez wins it, and Yabby's so low, and he's out short. He's smoked out, and 9 Pandas are about to get map point on Astralis' map pick. Bomb is down. Yabby running in. MP9 detected. Good damage done. They line up, but not enough to bring them down just yet. And Yabby so desperately needs this clutch, and he's 1 bullet away from getting it, and Yabby steps up when they needed him most.
That's spectacular from Yabby. He's had such a tough time in short, and what a brilliant clutch. Has to come through the smoke, but he comes on that right side, so he's covered by the pillar. And boy, did he have to do some damage. I disbalanced, missing a couple shots in all the chaos, but this is so well managed. So well done from Yabby to save the day for Astralis. A beautiful final shot, and he keeps them in the fight.
And he hasn't had the best map here, but what a round to have impact in. Yabby comes back, low health, damaged goods, up against 2, and the MP9 still able to pull through 11-11.
God, they needed that.
No secrets about Astralis' wish here. Searching for map point, and they might just do it here. You look at 9 Pandas' money, it breaks if they don't get a bomb plant, and they lose this round.
Flash right after the Molotov, here it comes. Glowing gonna turn the corner. Ooh.
No flash yet, it's dry.
Okay.
It's sneaky, and no one from Astralis here, so that risk is paid off for 9 Pandas.
It's all right. I don't think they have the guts to attack this dry right now, or even with utility at this moment in the round. Oh, yes, they do. Here comes the exec.
Utility upstairs, blinded, he's taken out. Yabby still at Monster, and he is so needed once again, but he's traded out after 1. A 2v3. 9 Pandas once again knocking on the door of map point. Bomb plant coming through, and it's the 2 heaviest hitters on paper here of Blimf and Device, but they have been paper tigers throughout this first map of play.
They might have to save. I mean, Device is even already considering if Blimf can't get a kill, and there's no mistakes. No one from 9 Pandas is even moving. No one's considering aggression.
It's not looking good at all. They're still committed, but yeah, no chances given to them, so they're going to start to back away. And 9 Pandas break through the B bomb site, and they're up to map point on Overpass.
There's even 3 players at that B bomb site. They can only muster 2 kills on the exec. Great flashbangs, great utility from 9 Pandas. Good shot from Device to preserve the op. Diladez was going hunting. And now for Astralis, it's overtime or bust. Overtime or down 0-1 in this elimination series.
Who thought we'd have to be looking at Astralis force overtime from behind just to get into a winnable position on their map pick?
They felt so diminished since that loss to Spirit. Like, ever since then, like, that Spirit game on Vertigo was such a good game, and everyone's playing so strong. And ever since that loss, they've just seemed a shadow. And they got to reverse that right now. Round 24. Again, a little bit limited. Deagle on Stare, MP9 on Stown. Lack of utility, lack of kits. And BlameF is going to be all alone and has 3 players coming to his direction.
Seized about to round the corner. BlameF has struggled to pair kills together. It's always been 1 for 1. And once again, it is that exact scenario panning out inside of Connector. That's not enough to put Astralis in a comfortable spot. Device is so uncomfortable right now. He has no help, no support.
I think he kind of feels the weight of the situation. Final round, overtime on the cards, but also the diminished weapons on his teammates, and he feels like he has to make a play. He feels like he has to have impact in this round, so he's staying aggressive for the moment. A little overextended, but he wants the opportunity to win the round.
Device senses his timing to get a little further back to more cover, but he's worried about them creeping up past Divider through Banana.
He's got no utility to get out of this situation either.
He's committed now. Diladez, what a shot! Device is down, and Astralis to 3 players. Overtime seems so far away. Yabby burns at the back of Dice. His cover forced away. He steps into the open, and 9 Pandas step into map 1. Victory on Overpass. Astralis fall on their map pick, and now 1 map away from elimination.